We have an audience.
Yeah. Get the hell out of here. Oh no, the Raptors have figured out the doors. What up, dude?
Not much, man. Just catching up on sleep.
Well, I mean, not today.
Not today or yesterday. So tomorrow will be good.
I did the first day when there was the break for 2 days. Waking up and I'm like, no, I love that you have that ability. I don't have that ability. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Instagram reels. And I sat here watching Instagram reels for about 2 hours.
Oh, you're in a black hole, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I call it the Instagram.
The Insta hole.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
No homo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've seen the drink that you're drinking today.
Leave me and my Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red alone.
We do not have authorization for that. They will sue us. But we do have 6 games to go through today.
Quarterfinals, semifinals, done.
Semifinals, done. Done with drama, controversy, and conspiracies.
That's what we're all about.
We are. Now, I think we better go through the conspiracy first. I think we touched on it last week with our tinfoil hats. But now, I think it's so clear to the world that there is something going on, given the Argentina-Switzerland game, which we can get into that specific controversy in the game.
Yep.
But there is a bunch of stuff that's leading up to it. Obviously, coming from the Egypt game with Argentina, everyone has now started calling them Vargentina.
Vargentina, I really like that one. Goes well with Arsenal and Liverpool. Vargentina, throw it in there.
Look, Chelsea just don't win enough to get one, right?
We've won everything, so.
Have
we not?
Well, you have to be shit enough to win everything.
Have we not?
We're just not shit enough. We can't. It's impossible.
We're just open to everything. We just want all the trophies. Collecting them like Thanos.
See, like, you're the bisexual team.
What? What the hell?
We go both ways.
All right.
We can do everything.
You guys are gay.
Well, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. You're LGBTQ positive. You and the gay gooners.
PS5 HDMI.
You and the goddamn gay gooners, dude. But let's go. Why don't we break down what everyone's calling Vargentina?
Yes.
Why is it Vargentina? I know you've got a few stats here.
I got a few, right? So, a couple Insta reels come across my way. I'm deep into the conspiracy at the moment. First one is 47. So, it's 48 teams in the World Cup.
Correct.
47 teams have had VAR intervention against them. Guess who the one is?
Let me guess. Is it Vargentina?
It is Vargentina.
Oh, yeah.
$100 to James.
Oh, you're going to be $100?
I ain't giving you shit. You're going to get $100 somewhere.
I never get nothing.
So, not one intervention against them. Everything's gone their way. Pretty weird that you get every single call. They've played, 7 games? 3? They've played 7 games. Not one VAR intervention against them. Out of all their dirty tackles, of all the dubious goals.
Obviously, the group stage, no red card to Messi for the stomp on the calf.
Against the Algerian.
Yes.
Yep, there was that.
That comes to mind almost immediately, right? Because Balogun gets the red card for the exact same thing. Okay, it did get overturned.
Yes.
It did get overturned. But it didn't even get reviewed by VAR.
Yeah. They didn't even look at it. They just saw Messi and they just went, oh, well.
No, he's a good guy.
He's not a bad guy.
He's a good guy. So, not your guy, friend.
Now, in relation to that, there is I found a VAR intervention rate per 100 fouls.
Okay, shoot.
Okay. So, you got your against per 100 fouls committed and in favor per 100 fouls won. Okay. Argentina, 6.7, I guess, VARs. Is that the unit of measurement that we're doing here?
I think
6.7 in favor VAR interventions to 0 against.
Oh, so per 100 fouls that they are committing, there is 6.7. There are 6.7 incidents in their favor.
VAR interventions in their favor
with zero
against, right? With a net positive of 6.7.
Yeah.
Now, second is Spain, right? They've got a 4.3 positive, like in favor intervention rate.
Yeah.
And a 1.7 against VAR intervention rate with a positive, with a net positive 2.6. So Argentina against their opponents, this, which we will get into, is a 4.1 difference.
Well, I mean, look, it's a good benefit. It's a lovely benefit to have. If I was Argentinian, I'd be taking it all day, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there was another one which I did have, but I can't seem to find. And it was the yellow cards that players get per foul or teams get per foul. Now, I can't seem to find it, but I think it was something like England was something like, I think it's every 9 fouls they were getting a yellow card. But for Argentina, it was like 35 fouls.
Well, I mean,
something crazy
it makes sense
like
when
that.
you look at, I think it was the Egypt game with Romero.
Oh, man.
Romero was out of control.
Flying into tackles.
So there was a tackle on Salah, right? Where he
Yep.
came in with 2 feet, takes him out after he passes the ball.
Yep.
No foul.
Yep.
Nothing. Not no yellow card, no foul.
Nothing.
Right? There was a late challenge on a player jumping for the ball in the air. He just takes him out from the legs. There's another one where he takes a guy out from behind with a shoulder in the back.
Yep.
No yellow. Not even a foul.
Not even a foul.
And you start to sit there and go, well, hang on a second, they're just beating these guys up on the pitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And that's what it looks like, especially with Romero, who I saw had, before today's game in the semi-final, he had 15 fouls in 6 games, not 1 yellow card. And you're going, mate, what defender gets away with that?
Is it the team of England commits 7 to get 1 yellow card?
Well, the best was Declan Rice getting a yellow card after his first foul against, I think it was Norway.
Yeah.
After like 3 minutes, he got a yellow card for a, dubious tackle, but it wasn't anything crazy. And he gets a yellow card. But
they're letting one player go for 15.
Oh, he's just going to town on mofos.
Going to run a train on you.
Also, I did like this one too. I don't know if you heard about this one, the anti-doping tests that they've done this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so anti-doping tests done in the World Cup. Ronaldo had 3.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how many Messi had?
1.
0. He has not had 1 anti-doping test. Why? Why is Ronaldo getting 3 but he's getting 0?
Well, I mean, there's obviously, he's a cool guy. Man.
Yeah, I know that's what they think. That's exactly what what's his name thinks. FIFA.
I think the other point that has to be made is obviously the route in which Argentina has now taken. They've had the most favourable draw when it comes to the teams they need to verse.
Yep. I mean, they were given a very easy draw. It was Algeria, Austria, and another team that starts with A.
Egypt.
No, in the group stages.
Oh.
It was Algeria, Austria, and another team that starts with A. And you're going, oh, okay, so not one of them was ranked out in like the top 20, top 30?
Well, they had no top 10 teams on there.
No top 15 teams.
No, in the entire tournament so far.
Yep.
Right? They've then had a great run coming into the knockout stages.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously have had a beautiful run going into, which, surprise, surprise, they've made it to the final.
No, shocking, right?
Yeah, so they didn't verse a top 15 team until they made the semis.
So it was Jordan. So it was Algeria, Austria, Jordan.
Oh,
right?
Jordan.
No, sorry, the other 18 was Argentina. I don't know what I was thinking. But look, Algeria, 29th. Austria, 23rd. Jordan, 73rd. Then in the round of 32, Cape Verde, 64th. Then in the round of 16, they played Egypt at 24th. And then they played Switzerland in the quarterfinals at 19.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, I know it's a draw, and I know there was some people that were critical of the actual draw itself because they had Argentina and Spain next to each other, but then they changed it. I found out that the reason why is because they couldn't have first and second next to each other.
Okay. I mean, look, that's the kind of a valid reason. Like,
Yes.
I mean, I understand that, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to spread out the amount.
You're trying to spread it out. That's right. Yeah.
I get that. However, I think it's more once you start diving into VAR decisions.
Yep.
It's clear that Messi gets a nice leeway when it comes to fouls, especially against him.
Oh yeah, he does.
They've always got. He's always getting favourable calls. He always looks at the referee, tends to get what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's speculative. He's he is one of the best players of all time.
He is. Yep.
And you tend to get a bit of leeway with that when calling fouls and stuff. You see it in multiple different sports. Brady and you see, LeBron James. Who's the guy in baseball at the moment?
The Japanese guy. Otahani.
Otataki.
Otahani, something like that.
I don't watch baseball, but you do see like they get favourable calls just based on the prestige of them, and I understand that. But what it is,
Otani, that's
Otani.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah,
I had an extra T in there.
I was borderline.
The
way I went with that. Otani.
You went very Harold and Kumar on that.
Otani.
And Shibble Sakura.
Yeah, I like how I doubled down it as well with the accent.
Double down, baby.
We've now also got an off-field investigation series in which you've got recent reports revealed that the FBI and US Department of Justice are investigating financial operations connected to the Argentine Football Association, AFA.
Mm-hmm.
So including transactions involving hundreds of millions of dollars that pass through the US financial system. The investigation does not accuse the Argentina's national team of wrongdoing, and AFA representatives have emphasized that an investigation is not proof of guilt. Still, the timing of reports emerging during another strong World Cup run has added a new layer of public conversations.
Mm-hmm.
For many online commentators, the investigation has become intertwined with broader suspicions about FIFA. The argument is not that the probe proves misconduct by Argentina's national team, but it reinforces a wider distrust of institutions connected to the World Cup. Defenders of that narrative often point to four developments: debatable VAR decisions, which we've just spoken about, relatively favourable path created by FIFA's seeding system. Again, we've just pointed it out. And Infantino's personal preferences, right? So,
well, I mean, him celebrating Argentina winning, him saying that he...
Correct.
What did he say? He suffered with Argentina and going, mate, you're the president.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to suffer for any team.
Yes, I mean, you should be neutral.
Neutral.
Right? You are setting up a tournament to see who is the best team in the world. Who is the best nation at football.
Yeah.
You should be coming there with a neutral view.
I'm pretty sure he's Swiss, right?
My understanding was he's Swiss.
Yeah, so if he's Swiss, he should be neutral. They like to be neutral.
Well, let's not bring that up.
No, they're neutral, right? Yeah, he's Swiss.
Yeah.
So he should be neutral. And I want to know who he was going for in that quarterfinal. Argentina or Switzerland?
Yeah.
That's
a great point.
I want to know.
I think when we turn to that game and we see the giant controversy that comes out of it, I still can't explain it.
Yep.
Now, obviously, it seems that there is a lot of influence. There is money passing hands. So
yes.
There is a rumor, which is part of this investigation, that the 300 million euros that the AFA received was funneled through a holding company. Now, you have the data in front of you. Why don't you give us that data?
This was according to Romain Molina. Don't know who that is, but thank you, Romain. This is the accusation. FIFA colluded with the AFA to cover up the fact that Papu Gomez was caught doping during the 2022 World Cup.
Nice.
All right. FIFA has always protected the AFA from scandals, offences, and crimes. Apparently, more than 42 million euros of the 300 million Argentina received from winning the World Cup was diverted to shell companies, as you said that. Yeah. A contract signed just 9 days before the World Cup win versus France in 2022.
Perfect.
Gave 30% of AFA's World Cup revenue to a company called Tour Prod Enter. Apparently, they have nothing to do with football.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you meant to do it, right? FIFA then allegedly transferred the World Cup funds directly to that company, which reportedly has no links to football. So,
well, that's how you do it, right?
Very, very sketchy. Very, very odd that this has come out.
You know,
but not surprising.
If a street entrepreneur wants to hide his money, he does not put it at another criminal's house.
No.
Right? They take it and they put it at somebody that goes to church's house.
Or a shell company.
Yes. Slightly more risky when you come for a street entrepreneur.
Which I think they call an empty house. They just throw it in there.
Oh, you mean a crack house?
Yes.
I mean...
no, that's crack den.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's where they're hanging out. But, there's been
Shout out to all my crack den people.
Crack den. So a Colombian journalist and ex-footballer, former sports commentator, acknowledged that the events of the scale of a World Cup inevitably generates a lot of speculation, right? So they've obviously gone out, they've done some interviews on the Argentinian coach, and obviously
Scaloni,
their current coach, and their position on it is, well, Messi and the Argentinian team is a very prevalent team So they get scrutinised a lot more than other teams. Now, I do agree with that statement.
What, do they get scrutinised more?
Yes, so that people look at their games with a fine-tooth comb, find issues with what happens. Now,
More than other teams,
yes.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. But at the same time, when you start to break down the stats of all of the teams as a combination, and you get every single team bar Argentina has had a decision go against them, you start to go, well, okay, well, what's Argentina doing that's different to everyone else? I don't think anything.
No,
right?
they're just getting away with the fouls that these other teams are getting pulled up for.
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think we said this in the EPL season, right? Arsenal getting away with fouls that other teams weren't allowed to get away with.
That's right, yeah.
So is there a conspiracy across world football? Is there a conspiracy against... Is it a corruption level? Is it just a favoritism thing?
Well, I mean, who was that guy that said that they wanted a different champion every 5 years?
The ex president of the ex CEO of the EPL.
EPL, right?
Yeah.
So you hear that, you see that come out, and then it happens, right? And you're just like, well, big conspiracy right there. It's right in front of our eyes. Same thing here, you know. Infantino comes in, then all of a sudden Messi is scoring all these World Cups and winning all these trophies, and it just seems very sus that when he was at the peak of his powers, he wasn't able to win.
Well, I think it's also that they looked at his records in the World Cup, in the last 2 World Cups versus the 4 or 5 that he's played.
Yeah, the last 2, the 2022 and 2026 compared to the previous 4.
Yeah.
Where he had 6 or 7 goals. No, he had, what's he on now? 20?
20.
He had 5 goals in total in 4 World Cups. And then he's got the last 2 World Cups, he's got 8 and 7.
Which, I mean, you know.
Come on.
At the age of 38, to be banging in what he's doing. Now, don't get me wrong, he's an amazing player.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
There is a segment when we get to the England game in which he skins 4 players, right, to get through. Now, amazing to do that. At the same time, it is the circumstances in which he scores the goals. Obviously, earlier in the tournament, he had a free kick, right? The keeper was setting up the wall.
Oh, Cabo Verde.
Yes. Right? The keeper's setting up the wall. He just kicks the free kick into the net. Great for me. I would bet on him. Okay?
He kicked it, and the keeper actually ran across and saved it.
Oh, yeah, but he wasn't. But he hadn't set.
But he wasn't
wall.
ready yet. He was trying to set up his wall. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we got a rowdy audience here tonight.
Yeah, look, we're gonna have to power through.
That's cool. No, I'm cool with that. We're used to rowdy audiences, right?
Look, I mean that is the conspiracy that we do. Now, why don't we just jump into the games? We'll start to break down kind of where it was. We got the quarterfinals done, and then we'll jump into.
Oh, do we have our tips?
Well, why don't we just do the tips as we go through?
Yeah.
Because
as long as you remember the tips, that's all I care about.
I'm all over it. So, look, first game of the quarterfinals was France versus Morocco.
Yep.
Now, our tip on this one, we did tip France.
Yep.
You were the dark horse on Morocco, but still we're pretty much in the France camp. They had been in this game, in the lead up to this game, probably the most convincing team.
France,
yep. For sure. From an attacking outlet and also defensive strength, the French team all round I think were the strongest coming into the quarterfinals.
So it started off with Mbappe missing a pen.
Yeah, amazing.
Which was a terrible pen. But look, France had it all over him in that first half. Morocco had one shot, which is in the 50th minute.
I mean, if you go watch the 3-minute highlights that the SBS put out.
Yep.
Morocco don't get a highlight until the last segment of the thing. It's just France doing everything.
Oh my God.
Right? Mbappe wins a penalty. Mbappe misses the penalty.
Yes.
And then there's not a whole bunch of action until about the 50th minute.
Yeah, because then in the second half, Mbappe finally does score.
Great goal too.
Where did he score again?
That's the curler that he has. He turns inside, curls the ball into the far corner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It was a very, very good goal. Yeah.
Great goal.
And then 6 minutes later, Dembele then gets his goal.
But again, also a great goal.
Yes, that was also a nice goal.
Yeah, because it was more controlled, right?
Yeah.
Takes a nice finesse, puts it into the bottom corner.
And Mbappe got the assist for that one. So he gets a goal, a missed penalty, a goal, and an assist. So not a bad day out.
And that also equaled him, I think, at the stage with Messi.
That did equal him, yeah. So they were equal at this stage. So yeah, look, in that game, Morocco, look, they were a dark horse of mine, but I did say once they got to a top team like France, it was going to be done. And It showed.
You could sell it, right? Their tactics was obviously a defensive one. They were trying to hold a strong defensive one, and they managed to do it, right? Like
they kept
obviously
them
held them out for 50 minutes.
Yeah, look, 60 minutes.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, 60 minutes. They were, it was 0-0 for 60 minutes till the 60th minute. Sorry, but then after that, it was all France. Morocco had if we look at Morocco stats, they had 5 shots, 1 on target, 8 touches in the box.
Yeah,
they had 52% possession, but they just couldn't break down. And then you look at France, they had 6 big chances and they missed all 6 of them.
And I think when you see the score and you look at the game as a whole, you go, okay, well, France found the way to score in the back of the net. But I think there was warning signs in this game where you saw that there were some problems with the French attack.
Mm-hmm.
They probably weren't. Now, they had, obviously, under lesser opponents, you had Elise running the show. You had Dembele turning out like a champion, and Mbappe getting space all over the pitch.
And he was just too quick for it.
Well, even Doué coming on, right? Doué was able to get through. There was a lot of great saves from the Moroccan keeper, however. I think that's what gets undershadowed in this game because it was 2-0. But the Moroccan keeper had a fantastic game.
He got a penalty save, and he had 6. And that was 1 of 6, making 6 saves against this France team. He did all he could, but France too strong. They move on to the semi-final.
And then we had the second game of the quarterfinals is Spain versus Belgium. Now,
yes,
this for me, we both went Spain.
Yes,
in this one, this for me was an interesting game.
I think it was closer than what we thought it was going to be.
I agree.
Belgium. I know that, who's their coach? Rudy Garcia is their coach. I wasn't expecting much from Belgium, but they got better and better as the tournament went along.
I agree.
Right? And then they came to Spain, and look, Spain did score first. Ruiz scored.
And he was a new inclusion into the starting lineup.
Yes, and I think
the Spanish in this game.
Yeah, and I think Fabian Ruiz should be a starter. I think he's a great player.
I think he's one of the most underrated players.
Yeah, he was
in not only that Spanish club, in that Spanish team, but in this World Cup.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think everybody, you look at the bigger names, he's not a big name that people think about when you think about Spain.
He definitely should be, right?
He should be, for sure. I've always rated Ruiz. Everyone who was at Napoli, he was gun at Napoli.
Yeah.
But then obviously goes to PSG, and now they're winning everything, and he's a major
he's still
part.
underrated. He's won the Champions League the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's won a shit ton of trophies.
He starts every game from.
Yeah. So, look, he opens the scoring, but then 10 minutes later, De Catalere?
Yeah, let's
go with that.
Try.
Yeah, De Catalere, yeah. He scores, which was, I think, I don't know if you remember that one. I think they crossed it in and he put it in.
No. He scored the crazy goal over the top into the far corner.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
it's so long ago. I believe you.
Yeah,
I believe you. But yeah, look, it goes into halftime 1-1, and look, at this stage you're thinking Belgium is going to put up quite a big fight because we all knew that once they put on Lukaku, because they put him on after about 60 minutes, he was going to be a bit of trouble for Spain.
The downfall for Belgium in the second half was the loss of Courtois.
Oh, bro, they killed him because Courtois is a gun. Courtois is probably the best keeper in the world.
Oh man, look, it is 100% strong, debatable, and a hard debate. To put anyone else up in his category at the moment.
Yeah.
All right, like you can go obviously the Spanish goalkeeper,
Simon or Raya.
Not Raya. Simon, like you can say that he's probably up there, but I don't think he's his level just from obviously the club.
Yeah.
The club games that he plays.
If you're looking at like best keepers in the world,
we got Martinez.
You've
got.
You could go
Courtois.
You're definitely going
Alisson
Courtois.
if he wasn't injured so much.
Yeah, it's not a large, not like it used to be when you had like Neuer and Casillas and Buffon, Ter Stegen, like all these guns.
Donnarumma.
Donnaruma's pretty good.
Donnaruma's up there.
I'll put Courtois as the best keeper in the world.
I can.
And so if we put him
the argument,
if we put him as the best keeper in the world, and you lose him, you're like, well, that's a big fucking loss.
Yeah.
And then they put on what's his name? Lamens.
Man U's White Onana,
who I actually didn't know was the Man U keeper. I thought it was some random kid, but no, it was actually Lamens.
No kid.
Yeah, no kid. 24 years old. And 88th minute, someone has a shot and he fumbles it straight to Marino.
No, so he and I'm going to quote my partner on this one. She's watching the highlights with me earlier today.
Mm.
Goes, I mean, no, he made a very hard save, but it would have been better if he caught it.
Well said.
And I'm like, nail
Well
in the
said.
head. I go, that coaching position might open up just for you. Because, I mean, she's right in a sense, right? He tries to take the ball inside of his chest, like off his chest and catch the ball, spills the ball directly out
Straight
in
to
front of
Marino.
it. And who scores but Spanish Haaland?
The poacher himself.
Yeah. We don't know if he's a 6. We don't know if he's a 9. He's a 69. That's what he is. He is a 69.
He's a 69 type of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts it away. And look, to be fair, Marino banged in a fair few goals for Arsenal, but he's doing it for Spain as well.
I mean, to pull off the winner in a quarterfinal, got to clap you for that.
Did he score against Portugal too?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he scored the winner against Portugal too.
Yep.
So back-to-back winners. Look, in terms of the game, Spain were probably deserved winners. They had 17 shots with 8 on target, whereas Belgium had 5 shots, 2 on target. Mm-hmm. So Spain had the possession 68-32. I think Belgium was set up well. I think considering their deficiencies in attack and in defense, I think they did very well to get to a quarterfinal.
Who? Spain?
Belgium.
Belgium. Look, I tend to agree.
Spain don't have deficiencies.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
Yeah, they don't have no deficiencies.
Might argue with you on this one, man. But yeah, look, Belgium.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but look, Belgium has a disjointed attack, in my opinion. I don't think that they've got the midfield that they need.
They did, but you look at their. Like, I just want to go through their 5, right? So they had Doku, De Bruyne, Trossard. Trossard's old, De Bruyne's old. Doku is, for me, inconsistent.
I mean, also he missed one game.
Yeah, I know. God forbid.
Yeah, God, how dare you go for the birth of your child, you fucking idiot.
Damn asshole.
Yeah.
They had Raskin and Vanaken.
That's what I mean.
Right?
That is a lacking midfield for me.
Where was Tillemans? He must have been injured. Tillemans wasn't there.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Just realised that. He must have been injured for that game.
He had to go back to sign for Man U.
Actually, you might be right. We will get into that next week. But look, Spain deserved winners. I think I feel sorry for Belgium that the way that they lost. I think if they had Courtois, they probably could have taken it to extra time. But Spain. I mean,
even if they go
winners.
to extra time, do you think Spain's not going to kind of come through and still?
No,
find
Spain
the
would
winner?
take it. Spain would take it.
I think they find the winner either way.
Yeah, they're too good of a team to not take it away. So
and then we went into our first missed tip of the quarters. Well, first and
only because we're that good.
Well,
we're not 100%.
Norway-England game.
Yes.
And to be fair, we were real close to getting it
we
right.
We should have had this.
Yeah.
We definitely should have had this. So look, Shooterloop. Anyway, he was the winger, and he scored 22-year-olds for Benfica.
Sorry, this was the insane goal.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a header in the Belgium game. This was the goal in which he takes an absolute screamer of a shot over Jordan Pickford with his tiny little T-Rex.
His little T-Rex arms. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I imagine every time he dives for. He's like,
Michael Jackson style.
yeah, he's doing the thriller.
But he scores a cracker goal in the first half. Then big controversy in the England's build up to their first goal. So Norway have the ball.
Well, it's a goal kick. Norway have a goal kick.
It's a goal kick. I thought he had his hands. Yeah, they have a goal kick, and he boots it, and it looks like the ball deviates in the air,
straight down,
which means it's hit the spider cam, dropped down, and obviously there was no Norwegian player. It goes straight to an England player. I think it was Elliot Anderson. They take it up, go wide to Anthony Gordon. He cuts it back in. Jude Bellingham makes a great run, taps it around a couple of players, and bangs it in. Now, I want Snicko on this. Where was Snicko?
Well, no. So they used the same technology that they used in the Croatia game, in which Croatia went out because of the chip that's in the ball that feels the sensitivity of that guy's head when it skimmed off his head.
Vega.
Yeah.
Vega's head, yeah.
To then call the Croatian player offside.
Yes.
So they used the same technology there, and they said there was no sensor that went off in the ball when it hit the spider cam.
I reckon it was too high for a sensitive picket.
It never actually hit the spider cam.
No, it hit the cable.
Wire.
Hit the wire
that went on there. Now you can watch back the video a million times, and you do see the ball goes up, and instead of following a bell curve back down, it goes. It comes straight back.
I mean, pretty straightforward then, right?
But according to the technology they had in the ball, there was no touch.
Jesus.
That is the official story. That's what we're going with, man.
We'll go with it. That's what they said.
We have
to believe FIFA, right?
Yeah, you have to believe everything you read on the internet.
We're just going to believe FIFA all of a sudden.
Michelle Obama's a man.
So then the Norwegian players trying to complain, falls on deaf ears. We go in a halftime at 1-1, and we're thinking, well, Norway's on here. Now, there's one point that I do want to bring up before we get into the second half. There was a point in the game where Norway's up 1-0, and then all of a sudden Sorloth and Haaland have a 2-on-1. And Sorloth, who's had an absolute shocker of a season, like he had a great season for Atletico, shocking World Cup. Mm-hmm. Instead of him passing to an open Haaland, tries to take it on, gets caught out, and for me, kills the game for Norway. Because then Haaland just seems to just die in the ass after that. It's like
he became invisible.
He did become invisible.
There's obviously rumours of an injury that they think he was holding.
Okay.
So, he came off before the end of this game.
He did, yeah.
And he seemed to have been holding his leg and having some limps.
Right, okay.
But they've now gone and obviously a post-match interview with Sorloth around the whole incident.
Game?
Yes.
Yep.
After the whole incident in which he did not pass.
Yeah.
Sorloth obviously went that he's essentially going that the defender closed the pass down, and it's a kind of a camera angle that you're seeing to why he did not make that.
I disagree with that, Sorloth.
You know why I disagree with that? Because Haaland on field was ready to murder him.
He was going to kill him.
Yeah, and Forshaw brought it up in the dressing room after.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
100%.
So that kind of ruined their momentum. But in the second half, Norway did score again. Hegem, I think he's their centre-back, scored.
Mm-hmm. Off the corner.
Yes. But unfortunately, before the corner was taken, Haaland pushes Elliot Anderson. He falls to the ground. They look at it.
Yeah, I know. And look, going back to our point at the start, the Arsenal in the EPL season, that incident had happened multiple times. Now, you go to ask any Arsenal supporter, they go, he wasn't involved in the play. He wasn't involved in the play, so why would they look at that as a foul? Obviously, I think in-game, we've had to try to the understanding of, like, well, the ball hasn't gone in play, so they retake the corner. Mm-hmm. For me, I'm going, well, you've called a foul from Haaland. It should be a free kick for England.
Well, what they do in the Premier League is, if that is the case, they don't call it a foul. It's just like a stoppage. Like the ref's like, like a stoppage, not a foul. He calls it a stoppage. But because it went to VAR, they don't have a stoppage. So the way I see it is, it was the right call because Norway did retake the corner.
Yeah, okay. I understand.
And then you said, what if you can punch someone? I'm like, no, it's not violent conduct. You punch someone, you're going to get sent off.
Well, I'm saying, what's the limit to the foul? Because if it was England's corner, right?
Yeah.
And Norway had pushed them, I understand a retake. I completely understand because then you're
saying that you should lose your corner.
You should lose the corner. Okay. You've committed the foul.
Yeah.
So it should be a free kick to the defensive side.
Okay.
You should not get a corner in benefits of the country. Yeah. Essentially, I could be like, I don't like this guy marking me all that much, so I'm going to push him in the hope that I can get away with the foul. I still get my corner even if I get done for the foul.
But you have no chance of scoring if you do that. You know what I mean? So you still have the ability.
If I get away with it, I do.
Yeah, if you get away with it. But if you don't, and they call you up before the penalty, the corner's taken, then
it's worth the risk to me.
Well, look, that's how you see things. That's cool. I'm just going off what the rules are.
And what I see matters, man. Dude,
does it?
Listen, I'm going to dye my hair blue. And then whatever
Become
I
a
say
lesbian?
Matters. Yes. That would actually not change my life at all.
Blue-haired lesbian.
Drive a Subaru.
I'd love to see that. But look, the game ends 1-1. First quarterfinal into extra time. And then 93rd minute, Jude Bellingham scores again. He was just on a tear in that game.
Jude Bellingham, and look, I think this was a more physical game.
And I think this one was the keeper spilled it into his pass. Again, Keeper's not pushing it out.
A
which I
Morgan
thought
Rogers
was,
shot.
Yes.
A Morgan Rogers shot. Keeper's tried to take it in, spilled it. Jude Bellingham's come in, boom,
and bangs it away.
tapped it in. And this is, well, look, you can't, it's hard to blame the keepers. These players are able to hit it with such pace, right? The instinct is to try and grab the ball, to try and bring it in, because that kills the game, right? I would say that kills the opportunity. The problem is he's spilled the ball.
Yeah.
Like that, I mean, he's made an error.
He has made an error. I just thought, being as a keeper, I mean, it's probably better for you. Probably better to just push it out.
It depends on, right, if you're diving out wide to get the ball, sure, right? But if the ball's coming into your body, it's pretty hard to shuffle it out away from your body, okay?
Jordan Pickford can do it, but
that's
maybe not a normal, maybe not a normal armed person.
I mean, I think when we get to the Argentina game, he does.
So then, so it's 2-1, and there was a penalty for England, which was overturned because Spence kicked.
I like the refereeing on that one.
That was a fair. That's what it should be.
When I watched it in fast motion, I'm like, well, that's 100% a penalty. I do not believe it could be any other way. And then they brought it down to slow mo. I'm like, Jed Spence, you little fuck. I'm like,
there's no other way to take that.
Yeah, it was great. Interesting that he did not get a yellow for diving.
Yeah, so it's still we don't give yellows, but they give a yellow for a second red. I don't know anymore. Speaking of which, we can get into that one now. So look, England win 2-1 in extra time. Move on. This was actually a good day because they had both games on at the same time.
Yeah.
So the next game was Argentina-Switzerland. Argentina win 3-1 after extra time.
And this was another one we got right on the tipping?
Yes. So first one, McAllister scores after 10 minutes. Look, first 10 minutes was all Argentina.
Yep.
And it led to a corner, and I don't know how McAllister, because he's like 5'0".
Hey, dude, he did it for Liverpool all season, man.
Yeah,
he scores headers.
He finds a way to score off corners. I don't know how, but
he's great at headers.
He is,
He's great at headers,
For such a short guy, he's very good at headers. So they score he scores in the 10th minute. Look, not much else to really talk about in the first half. There was 3 shots each, 1 shot on target each.
It was pretty much a lackluster game. I think there was a lot of control in the midfield, a lot of running by Switzerland. Right?
They were set up very well.
Now, look, arguably, Brill Mbolo, their best player on the day, was absolutely killing this game. Right?
Yep. He was very aggressive.
He was very aggressive.
Yeah.
Obviously got an early yellow card.
He did. So he got a yellow card in the first half. I think it was for a tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a late tackle.
Very aggressive.
He was late on the tackle. He's putting pressure on the back line, trying to win the ball, but he was probably their strongest player in the first half.
Yeah.
Right? He had a few balls that would play through to him. He was getting on the end of it. It was a good performance by him. We obviously go into the second half, and I think Switzerland starts putting a bit of pressure onto Argentina.
They were the dominant team in that second half up until the goal. So once they got their goal, now Ndoye scores for them. He's been probably their best player of the tournament across all games.
I'd go with Mbolo. I think
I'll go with Ndoye. I thought he had a very, very good
yeah, cool. I mean,
I'll fight you for it.
Nice. I've been waiting for this. Put it on.
So look, he scores in the 67th minute. So for 20 minutes, they were dominant. Then 2 minutes later, now Paredes for Argentina has been an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah, well,
he's there to disrupt.
Him and Romero are there to be their in-game bullies.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they go there, they take the fouls, they take the plays that need to be.
They slow it down.
Yeah. Given the conspiracies, they don't get yellow cards, so they can keep doing it.
Yep.
It comes to a point in the game. Brill and Bolo, again, has the ball. Now, this is obviously split a lot of people. Now, we'll get into the refereeing decision. What it appears to be is that Paredes goes in for a tackle, makes a late tackle, and takes Brill and Bolo out of roughly the halfway line.
Yeah.
Okay? He's not on an attack, he's not anything, but he just comes in late, takes Mbolo down, and receives the yellow card. All of a sudden, we have a VAR intervention on the yellow card. Everyone starts going, what's this for?
VAR, really?
That's interesting. Now, it comes up on the screen. There's a VAR intervention for mistaken identity.
Identity,
There's only 2 people in the tackle. What's the mistaken identity? They delve in, and it appears Brill and Bolo, and legitimately, he dove.
Yeah, he 100% dives.
He took a dive in the middle of the pitch, kicks his leg out, which kicks Paredes, and he goes down.
Yeah.
Now, Embolo already being on a yellow card means that now he's all of a sudden issued a second yellow card and a red. Now,
let me find that video. Yeah, go on.
Now, the issue with that is that Switzerland had all the pressure at this point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they needed relief of pressure. What better way to do it than a red card?
Let's introduce Argentina into this.
Yeah, we can introduce of Arsenal too. Fuck it. But the issue is, and we started to look this up because we couldn't believe what was happening.
Well, it was my understanding that a mistaken identity is when they pick the wrong player of that team. So, for example, Arsene Wenger's 1000th game, I remember it like it was yesterday. Chelsea, Arsenal, Oxlade-Chamberlain handballs in the box
Gibbs.
on. No, it was Ox. Ox did it. Yeah, he handballs inside the box, shot on target. It's a straight red. But the referee red cards Kieran Gibbs instead. Now, the idea is that if it's a mistaken identity, VR can go, no, you got the wrong player on that team. Give it to that player. But what they've done is they've used that as an excuse to take the yellow off Paredes, give a second yellow to Embolo, and now he's red carded.
Well, I think it goes a step further than that because VAR should not be able to intervene on a yellow card.
Yep.
Right? They can intervene on a second yellow card.
Which is that one.
If it has been mistakenly given. So if they come up and they go, here's a second yellow.
Let's say Embolo for diving.
Yeah.
Let's say he actually got done for diving.
You.
Yep.
Right. They go, oh, hang on a second. VAR looks, it wasn't a dive. He did get taken out. They can go,
rescind the second yellow.
Continue the game.
Yep.
Going in and saying, hang on a second, the first yellow card that you've given to Paredes, even if it was a second yellow for Paredes and he was going to be sent off, they could intervene and say, hey, hang on a second, that's incorrect. You actually have to give the yellow card for diving to Real Embolo.
Yep.
But that's not the case here. It's the first yellow card that he's getting for a late tackle.
Yeah.
There is no reason for VAR to intervene, yet for some reason they have intervened, given them the crucial red card that is then given the power back to Argentina in the game.
Yeah, because
So
Switzerland would all
continues.
Yeah, it just adds to like FIFA being Argentina being FIFA's darling.
Yeah.
So look, this is a video that I found, right, and this is what he's written. I don't know how true it is, but I agree with it. So according to FIFA's own rulebook, VAR cannot intervene in cases of mistaken identity when the wrong opposing player is booked following a dive. There should never have been a VAR review, and Embolo should never have been sent off. And I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think if they
completely
said, look, you didn't actually catch him, take the yellow off, right? That's cool, but you can't send off for a second.
But my whole thing is that they should not be intervening on a yellow card at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
They shouldn't. If you were going to intervene on that, then just intervene on everything.
Yeah,
right?
just do everything
because
then.
How many times were there in the box in which they've said, no, get up, that's not a foul, but no yellow card?
Yeah.
Right? How many dives have there been at halfway? How many dives have there been all over the pitch that they don't intervene on? This is the first time I've ever seen this occur.
Yeah, it is. Now, I don't know if they've intervened because so they've brought it in because it's 2026 World Cup. You know, they've tried a couple things. Maybe this is a new one, but I felt real bad for Embolo. But let's be real. When you're on a yellow card, you should not be diving.
Yes, and I think that's what's splitting people, right? Because you go, well, have they made the right call? Yes, they made the right call. Have they done it in a way that is legal? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But yes, you're 100% correct.
Yeah, you can't be diving
on a yellow card. There was no reason to dive where he was. There was no advantage that he got from it.
They're in the middle of the pitch. It's not like you're trying to get a penalty or something.
No, like kick the ball out for a throw-in. If you're under that much pressure and you need to kind of get rid of it, get rid of it.
That's it.
What in that situation? What is the difference when the player comes up from behind, puts his hand on your back, you fall down? Okay,
like Gabriel.
Yeah.
Against Colomboani.
That's what they do, right? He's just tried to simulate that by kicking his leg out, which I think is stupid.
It was dumb. It was really dumb.
It was dumb in the position that you're in. You have all the pressure.
You fought back.
You fought back, and then you go and put your team at a disadvantage. Whether or not they looked at it illegally, whatever, you allowed them to have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
So, look, Argentina obviously then go out from having the one-man advantage.
Yeah, look, they take over from there, right? Switzerland are dying for penalties at this stage, but unfortunately, they still had 30 minutes of regular time. To credit to them, they held out for 30 minutes, right? It takes them into extra time. But then, 112th minute, Julian Alvarez pulls out probably one of his best goals. Definitely his best goal for Argentina.
Well, I think that was his first shot on target for the World Cup.
That sounds about right. He had not been very good this World Cup.
He'd done nothing in the World Cup. Yeah. And then he scores out the biggest blinder of a shot ever.
Yeah, just he gets the ball outside the box, touches it out, and just bangs it into the opposite top corner. He just
won me $180, dude.
Huh?
Won me $180.
I love that for
I
you.
was real happy, dude.
And then Lautaro Martinez scores in the 121st minute to kill off the game, 3-1. Switzerland are all pushed up trying to get the equaliser. You lose 3-1, you lose 2-1. What's the difference, right?
No difference.
So look, I'll give credit to Switzerland. They did what they could. They got kind of screwed in this game. It ruined the game because it was a very, very good game to watch. Switzerland set up very well.
It was very competitive.
Super competitive.
It was very competitive. Yeah. Argentina had all the advantage in that first half. They had all the pressure. Switzerland fought back, kind of got through the pressure. They did concede a goal, but as soon as they got that goal, they started getting confident.
Yep.
They started putting themselves in the game, applying pressure, a lot of upfield pressure as well. And they were killing Argentina, especially in the midfield.
Yeah, they killed them. And so look, they did all they could, but yeah, Argentina went through. That gets us to our semi-finals. So we end up with France versus Spain and Argentina versus England. So the first game was yesterday. France versus Spain.
I think before we jump into it, this is the first time in World Cup history that number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all in the semi-finals to verse each other.
This one was done a little bit differently. They did group it so that they were separated. So I think 1 and 4 were on one side and 2 and 3 were on the other side. So they did group it that way. I know there have been videos out there saying, it was rigged for Argentina before because Argentina were meant to be in Group I and Spain were meant to be in Group J or something like that. And they were meant to be matched against each other a lot earlier. But they grouped it the way so then that way you have the top 4 teams. They can only face each other if they come first in their groups in the semi-finals, which is fine. I'm fine with that. You group it. If you're ranked top 4, you should have that sort of
You should get the advantage.
That's right.
You've come in, you've built your team, you have that, like you should be. I don't want to see these guys get knocked out in the round of 32.
Yeah, imagine they're playing each other round of 16. You're like, that's stupid.
It's a huge waste. No one wants to see that.
Yeah. So, look, first game was France-Spain. And, look, I think we did tip France in this one.
We did, yeah.
And, look, I think it was very tight. There wasn't a lot of chances, but it was still very exciting to watch. Technical. We'll call it technical.
I think France played into Spain's game in this instance. I don't think France had the free-flowing football that you would be used to. Okay, I think whole tournament you've seen Elise. You've seen Dembele and Mbappe running free. Yep. A lot of space for Mbappe. That was non-existent in this game.
Man, Spain. I think we got to give credit to Spain. They only conceded 1 goal all tournament, which is to Belgium. And they locked it. They locked them up.
Oh man, they locked them up. Everyone expected. Well, Spain. They're gonna sit deep and not let Mbappe run. To an extent, I think they did sit a little bit deep. But Mbappe got no service. Couldn't get the ball to him.
In the first half, France had 2 shots. One was from Rabiot from well outside, which went nowhere. And the other one was from Barcola, which was outside the box, which went nowhere near the goal. Yeah. Spain did what they did.
I mean, I think, can we look at it? I mean, Digne had a terrible game.
I can't believe he's still the French left back. Is then out of this whole France conglomeration of fantastic players they got, you're telling me you don't have a better left back than Digne?
I would put Camavinga there.
I would have put Camavinga there all day. I don't
care if it's out of position.
Yeah, I would have put him there all day. He can play wherever you want.
Because against the smaller teams, cool. Digne is going to be fine. Yeah, right. He's going to be able to get through. But mate, you cannot have Digne against Spain. And obviously we saw that when Lamine Yamal wins the penalty.
So ball goes up. Digne, I think he tries to chest it or head it out, but it goes up and he's turning blind. Yeah. He goes to swing and knock it out of the park. Lamine Yamal knows what he's doing. He just jumps up, gets kicked in the chest.
Yeah, he kind of gets kicked in the torso. The hip, torso area. Yeah. Now, the problem with it is everyone's now saying, well, it's a handball.
Because it comes off his elbow.
Because it comes off, he tucks his arm, jumps into the ball. There is a legitimate argument for that. Whilst his arm is tucked, he makes no attempt with any other part of his body other than that to go for the ball. So part of the handball rule is have you moved or used your arm in an attempt to control the ball, right? I get it if you jump in the air, your arm's up, right?
If you go like that,
and hits you, that is a handball.
Yeah.
Now, he's tried to tuck his arm, but at the same time, he's still leading with his arm to get the ball. So there is an argument to say it could potentially be a handball.
Would you say a 50-50?
I'm saying I could see it going either way.
Yeah.
So the people that are complaining, going, I think it was a handball, I mean, I can sympathise.
Yeah. Look, I can see it that way, but I do think that because it's tucked, it's not in an unnatural position, part of his body now.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I think it was a pen, but I can see the argument for it. Anyway,
Look,
goes up to...
It's the silliness of Dignet to kick out.
That's the main point here. Why are you turning blind to clear out a ball?
Yeah.
You can't be doing that. You've got to protect the ball and not just swing wildly because shit like that happens. So they get the pen. Oyarzabal, is that how you say his name? Oyarzabal. Too many as. He gets the pen. He slots it away. That's the first half, pretty much. It was very, very straightforward. Because there were no shots on target except for that one.
Well, yeah, okay, you know how I think of Spain's games? Spain plays games of no chaos.
Yeah.
If you look at the Argentinian games, they play games of great chaos, right? They control the chaos,
and they just wait for VAR to intervene.
Whereas the Spanish tend to control a game, no chaos. They allow it to be a game of clean tackles. They allow it to be, as soon as one slip up happens, you see Spain's favour for it.
So we're going to the second half, and again, Spain I like the way they're set up, because the way it's set up, right? You've got Laporte and Kubazi, the other centre back.
Yeah, Kubazi, who plays for Barcelona.
Right. And then you got Rodri in front. Okay, so you got a solid three there. Then you got Cucurella and Porro, who bomb up a lot, and they cut in for attacks and for defense. Right? So they're very tight.
Invert, they invert. That's the word. Inverted fullback. So, and I mean, to an extent, Alexander Arnold used to do it for Liverpool, right? I don't think he did it anywhere near as good from a scoring perspective.
I think he more bombed than inverted.
Well, he inverted a lot earlier, right? So he would invert so that he could play those balls into the far corners, whereas Cucurella and Porro are trying to bomb to get into the box, right? They're almost doing a Jude Bellingham, but from a fullback position. Do you know what I mean? And we saw it for the second goal.
Yeah, so the assist goes to Dani Olmo, and I've got to say, severely underrated as well. We're talking about Ruiz. I think Dani Olmo, if he didn't have so many injuries at Barcelona, I think he would be up there as like part of that.
Injuries and registration problems.
Yeah, that too, yeah. Kind of forgot about that. But, you'd be talking about him with Rafinha and Lamine Yamal as being up there in terms of attacking midfielders and wingers.
Yeah.
Dani Olmo is so slick on the ball, very secure, and he gets a nice little 1-2 with Pedro Porro, and Porro buries it.
Yeah,
Porro plays better for Spain than he does for Spurs.
Well, in the last season,
better team.
Yes, season before when he had Ange, he was scoring heaps of goals.
He was scoring
and
heaps of goals,
and he was banging in assists too.
Yeah,
right. But I think he's restricted. But you see, when he's allowed to bomb up and he's allowed to have a bit of freedom in attack, he does very well.
Yeah, he's a very, very good player.
And I mean, his goal, he's completely marked. No one even follows him.
They do a 1-2, and not one French midfielder or centre back just thinks that, maybe I should follow him. They just completely left open, and they allow him to just go in unmarked, and he buries it. Now, France did not have one shot on target until the 81st minute. So they went 80 minutes. So to stop France from having a shot on target for 80 minutes, fantastic setup by Spain.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Well, when Spain scored first, my bet in the two games were both teams to score in both games.
Yeah.
Okay. Spain scored first, and I said, nice, I'm going to get my bet, well, at least my first leg on this one. And then to barely produce shots on target is insane to me.
Yeah.
And Mbappe was missing. Elise, I don't think Elise
he was non-existent.
He was invisible.
Yeah, Dembele tried, but
I think
at the
Elise
end
should have got pulled off at halftime, to be fair.
I agree.
I think he should have got pulled off at halftime. I don't think he contributed anything to that team.
I thought Didier Deschamps took too long to put Cherki on. When Cherki came on, he injected a bit of pace
Well,
a bit more direct. He was way more direct. Elise was getting marked out of the game so quickly.
Well,
but as soon as Cherky got on, he changed it for him.
Elise really relies on his turns, his dribbling to do it, whereas I think Cherky is able to go left to right.
He can just run with the ball, no problem.
Correct. And yeah, Elise needs to kind of go forward.
Yeah. So look, game ends 2-0. Spain had 2 shots on target, 2 goals. It's efficient as fuck. It's efficient. They got it.
What was the when Spain won the? I want to say it was the World Cup when Iniesta scored the winning goal, 1-0 in the final.
2010, yeah.
I get glimpses of that team in this Spanish team.
Yeah.
The start of it, they were obviously the favourites in the tournament. Now I look at them, Spain.
Were they?
Yeah. Spain were the favourites. I think they were paying $5.50 on Bet365.
Yeah, cool.
At the start of the tournament, I thought, no way, dude. This is one of the worst Spanish teams ever. The French team's way better.
Yeah.
Argentina's obviously considerably better. But, they are proving it later in the tournament.
Well, you want to go back to that 2010 team. That was the side that won 3 tournaments in a row.
Yeah.
They won the 8 Euro, the 10 World Cup, and the 12 Euro. All right? It was unmatched. Yeah. And they won the Euro in 24. Could they do the World Cup in 26? And then they're looking towards the 28 Euro. Could they do it again?
Potentially.
Yeah. Lamine Yamal's only 18 years old. And he's done nothing in this World Cup. But when he's 20, it could be fucking amazing.
100%. And then we jump into the last game of the semi-finals, this morning's game.
Oh, man. Now,
England versus Argentina.
Game of 2 halves. This was a game of 2 halves. First half was... I actually fell asleep in the first half.
Dude, okay. And when you say game of 2 halves, I look at it more, it's a game of 1 half. Because the first half was pointless. It was a pointless game. I was watching it.
It was bad.
And I'm like, it was literally just both teams fouling each other halfway.
Oh my God, there were so many fouls in that first half.
That's all it was.
It was crazy.
It was Elliot Anderson fouling people. It was Paredes fouling people.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham getting into arguments and pushing people.
Yeah, a lot of little scuffles going on.
Yeah.
So England committed 7 fouls and Argentina committed 12 fouls.
Yeah.
Now, let's see how many yellow cards there were. Elliot Anderson got one. I think that was for pushing or something.
It was definitely
definitely yellow. And then Lisandro Martinez got a yellow.
That was also a fair yellow.
So 12 fouls in the first half, only 1 yellow card for Argentina. So Argentina's back. But yeah, look, nothing to note. There was actually 3 shots in that whole first half. One went to John Stones for a header, which he probably should have scored. One was a block shot by Messi, and one was an Enzo Fernandez free kick. They were the 3 shots. Let's move on to the second half. So second half starts, and Anthony Gordon scores in the 55th minute.
I had to eat my own words this
Big
morning
time.
because first half is on. I comment to say,
Anthony Gordon sucks.
why the hell does Anthony Gordon get to keep starting? He's terrible. And then
It's either him or Madueke, and let's be fair.
No, Rashford.
You're right. Rashford hasn't started at all.
And when Rashford comes on, he looks threatening. So I'm like, well, start Rashford. Unless he must be lazy.
Yeah, but is Rashford a $90 million man? I don't think so.
Dude, Anthony Gordon's not a $90 million man. What are you talking about?
Officially, he is.
Dude, officially, that is bullshit. Because who's Spain's old striker that everyone used as money laundering?
Oh, Morata.
Mm-hmm. He's not worth any money either, but apparently he can go to every big club, all right?
He just plays everywhere. He was mad.
Because, look, and to be fair, I will say so. Harry Kane, and this is how much I think the England team struggled in this tournament, okay? Whilst they got to the semi-finals, I don't think they played very nice football.
Well,
they had individual brilliance. Now, Harry Kane, who should be their out-and-out striker, and I always likened having Harry Kane to when Van Persie went to Man United, right? When Van Persie went to Man United, Sir Alex Ferguson went to all of his midfielders and said, if you cannot get the ball to Robin Van Persie, you're out. You're not playing the game. Tuchel needs to go to Jude Bellingham, Elliot Anderson, Declan Rice. If either one of you 3 are unable to get the ball to Harry Kane, you're gone. You aren't playing because you can see it. Harry Kane, for the goal they score, has to drop in to almost halfway to receive the ball, to play long, to out wide. Now, who got the assist on this?
It was the right back, wasn't it? I'll tell you, 1 sec.
No, Reece James was that right
Morgan
back.
Rogers, sorry.
Yeah, so he plays the ball long to Morgan Rogers, right? Who, to be fair, should have
started a lot earlier in this game.
He was the best option that they had. Madueke was the worst.
Also, where was Saka? Did he even play?
He was on the bench.
He never played, eh?
No, he was on the bench.
Golden boy.
So plays the ball long to Morgan Rogers. Good ball. Morgan Rogers plays a beautiful cross. And Gordon, to his credit, and me eating my words, makes a great late run in behind the Argentinian defender to put the ball away. It was a fantastic goal.
Yep.
Right? I sit there and I go, but if you're looking at that, why does your main striker have to drop to halfway to receive a ball? So for him to get into the game, he has to drop into halfway where you should have... Essentially, you should have Morgan Rogers in that position, right? Or, well, I mean, even better, you should have Jude Bellingham picking up the ball there. But again, they have no creative player that can do it other than Harry Kane.
The only time that works is when you got someone like Firmino, right? Harry Kane
he's not an out-and-out striker.
Harry Kane's an out-and-out striker.
Yeah.
I do still think they should have taken Cole Palmer to...
I agree.
He could have unlocked some defences. Because, sorry, before we continue on with the game, I just
they
want to
should
go...
have taken Cole Palmer and, as much as it pains me, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
They should have taken him because Trent Alexander-Arnold would have helped their crossing, right, and got the ball in the box. And Cole Palmer would have helped their creativity. He can beat a player in that little pocket.
There wasn't one creative player in that team.
No. Not at all.
But I'm just going through the England games. You know, saying like they didn't perform that well. You are right. There was not one game where I felt they dominated.
No.
Look, they beat Croatia 4-2. It's a dominant scoreline.
That was their best game.
Yeah, the first game of the tournament.
First game of the tournament was the best game.
Drew with Ghana, beat Panama 2-0, beat Congo 2-1 from behind, beat Mexico 3-2, which was a good win, but again, they weren't dominant. And then beat Norway 2-1 in extra time. Not a great tournament. Not a dominant tournament.
By far, not a great tournament.
So then at this stage, you're up 1-0 and you're thinking, okay, now England have to kick on. They decide, no, we're going to go on our shell. Right? So for the next 40 minutes, they tuck in and they just defend. It actually turns out they had 12% of possession for 40 minutes.
You said this pre-podcast.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
So that means they've held the ball for 5 minutes out of 40. Yeah. That's insane.
It's crazy.
It's actually insane.
It's crazy because you're thinking a team that has arguably one of the greatest players of all time. Right, you have a man that.
Well, they've got strike force, right? They've got Julian Alvarez, they've got Lautaro Martinez,
who's been almost rated to be 120 million.
Yep.
Right? You got Lautaro Martinez,
who's fantastic.
won Golden Boots in Italian leagues.
Yep.
In Spanish.
He's won.
Has he been in the Spanish league?
No. He's
definitely won the Golden Boot.
He came from Argentina straight to Inter.
Okay,
and he's been. But look at all the trophies he's won with Inter. He's taken him to Champions League finals. You know what I mean? Like the guy is a legend.
You have Alexis McAllister, who's been scoring headers of all things.
And the guy hit the post twice in this game, so he can fucking hit him.
Yeah.
Then you got Enzo Fernandez next to him who can hit him as well, which we will get into.
And so you have a strike force of team and Tuchel's response to the goal. Now, I have a guy that I work with, English, who came in and he made a great point.
What was that one?
So Tuchel, when he was at Chelsea, and you will know this sorts of familiar, how many times did he lose the lead when he was 1-0 up?
Oof.
Because
rarely.
No. He lost it considerably. Because
I'm thinking like
he would again go 1-0 up, and when he had 20 minutes left of the game, he would go, "We're defending," and he would lose the lead.
Not from what I remember, because one thing I'm thinking of, you go to like the Champions League final. We went up 1-0 against Man City and we held on to it. That would have been like my go-to response. But I was talking to a guy from work about this, right? And he did say, okay, so there's certain teams that know how to set up defensively, right? You think like the old Italian team. And he goes, the one thing that he learned from watching all these World Cups, he's like, in his 60s. There's one thing that you've noticed from from watching all these World Cups is, if you're going to defend like that, you can't take off any defenders, right? Don't take off defenders because that just it kind of disrupts the structure that you guys have, right? So look, they take off Anthony Gordon for Konza, cool, but then they take off Reece James for Daniel Byrne, and then they take off Declan Rice for Nico O'Reilly. And he said they never should have gone off. Now, Reece James might have been injured. I'm not sure. You can never tell with Reece James, right? Let's say he wasn't injured. You don't take him off. And then taking off Declan Rice as well, he goes, that hurt them. Because he's their anchor in front who can dictate the midfield. But as soon as he went off...
Especially if you're trying to hold the lead.
Yeah, exactly.
It made no sense.
He took him... I would have taken Elliot Anderson off instead of taking off Declan Rice.
Well, yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if you want somebody that's been in big games like this before, you keep Declan Rice on. But he took him off, and then I saw when Nico O'Reilly came on, he goes, 5-4-1. Straight away, he goes, 5-4-1. You know, well, we know they're setting up now. But when they played 5-4-1, they literally had 9 guys in the box.
Yeah.
just 9 guys surrounding the box. So all Argentina would do, swing it out, have a man run in, create a bit of space, cut in, swing it in for a cross, and then bang, they were attacking. And that's how McAllister hit the post twice. Enzo had a great chance outside the box before the corner. And Messi whipped in this wicked cross. And I think Martinez just got a head on it. Could have scored, but just missed it, right? So they were pushing down the door. 85th minute. Argentina get a corner. It comes out. Messi's running back. Looks like he's onside. Didn't get to see the official.
They never came out. Never came out with
the official, right? So we just go, all right, whatever. We'll play it on.
Look, to be fair, my initial thought when I saw him, I'm like, oh, he's offside because they all rush up off the corner.
Yep, same. So I thought that, but Argentina thought, nah, Messi's golden. He's never offside.
Someone needs to look at a frame by frame, to be fair. But
I want the proper wall.
Yes. Let's go with he was onside.
Let's go with his onside, yeah. So it goes out to Enzo Fernandez, outside the box, bangs it in, equalizes 85th minute. Now, my problem is, you've got 10 guys in the box. How come there's not one of them? Not one of them is shutting down these guys outside the box. Enzo Fernandez twice had shots outside the box that were close. And nobody thought, oh, maybe we should stop him.
Well, you're dead on your feet from 40 minutes of defending.
Yeah.
Right? You're chasing them around the pitch for 40 minutes.
And it's not like Italy
where Spence was running his ass off.
He was, yeah. It's not like Italy where they're used to it. England don't have that DNA in them where we're just going to defend for a half straight.
No.
It's not in them, right? And it showed right here. And then, so it's 1-1, right? And you kind of think, oh, maybe Argentina will maybe take the foot off the gas. No, they just kept going. And England did not adjust to
England allowed them to keep going.
It just kept going on like it was 1-0 their way.
Yeah.
So then they pushed forward, Lionel Messi again. So Lionel Messi actually got 2 assists in that game.
Yeah.
92nd minute, whips it into Martinez. Perfect cross in between, I think it was Dan Burn and Konza. Right in between them, Lautaro Martinez headers it.
What I found funny was this one. It's probably one of the shortest players on the pitch that wins the header. In between John Stones and Konza, but Konza jumps like he's about to header the ball, like the ball's ever going to come to him. And Martinez just goes douche in the goal, and I'm like, good try, Konza.
Yeah, okay, Konza, sure.
Dickhead. But also, kind of Dan Burn is on the pitch. The tallest man, 6'7", on the pitch. Why is he not in the middle of the box?
I don't know. I don't understand the setup.
Why
I don't
is
understand
John Stones
subs.
there? I understand where Konza is, okay? But why is John Stones not at... Why would you put John Stones at the front post? Why would you not put him at the back?
Yeah. Put him at the back, yeah.
Put him at the back post. Because then you don't need to cleanly mark. Because you're going to get higher than everybody. It makes no sense. That's where his position was in their previous game against Norway, right? When everyone was cheering the headers that he was getting and clearing them out.
Yeah, because Norway were just whipping it in, and England were just like, clear it out.
I think the worst decision even comes after the goal is scored, where Tuchel goes, oh, I better bring on Ivan Toney and Marcus Rashford with 5 minutes remaining.
But it took him 4 minutes to get that sub sorted out. Like, bro, as if you're not going as soon as the goal happens, now get on. But if you're going to make that sub. What would you do? You do have to make the sub.
You have to make the sub.
But he should have done it straight away, but he waited for Ivan Toney.
But they should be warming up. You should be going, who am I going to put here? Because you've put all your defensive players on. You're not going to put more defensive players on. You're going to put attacking players on.
I'm surprised he didn't put Chalobah on. He should have. So, yeah, look, Argentina win 2-1. I think we said it before, England fumbled the bag on that one.
Oh, mate, they've been fumbling the bag for years.
60 years
Golden
now.
generation.
Yeah, 60 years.
Idiots.
Yeah, it's coming home. No, it's not.
Yeah, you're going home. That's where you're going, okay? Sell your tickets, go home.
So, now we've got the setup. We've got the bronze final, which is France-England, which will be Sunday morning, and we've got Spain-Argentina, which will be the final.
To be fair,
Monday morning, 5 a.m. Be there.
The games had switched and we had France-England final, Spain-Argentina in third, I think that's a more entertaining final than the Spain-Argentina. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope the Argentina-Spain game is entertaining, but from looking at that, I think Spain's going to... I think you're going to have one team trying to create chaos and another one trying to control chaos. Look, who are we tipping?
I'm going Spain. I think Argentina have had a nice, easy run. Even here, I think was a nice, easy run against. Out of those 4 teams, so out of the 3 teams playing Argentina, you would take England. You would take them above France and Spain. right, to play. If you had to play a semi-final.
Oh, okay. If you want the easiest,
You want the easiest run, right?
If you
You
want
get
the
England.
easiest run, you go in.
You get England, right? So they got the easy run in that. But I think in this game, if Argentina try, let's say Argentina go down 1-0, right? They've played teams that just sit back. Spain are not going to sit back. They're going to press man on man and go ball to the wall for 90 minutes because that's how they play. And I don't know if Argentina is going to be able to handle that sort of pressure.
Look, interesting perspective, and it can 100% happen. 100%. I'm going to take Argentina in this game. Well, what's the bet?
We need a punishment because I'm poor at the moment.
We need a punishment. Oh, okay. Because I can't afford to. I thought you were going to be like $1,000 because I need the money. And I was going to be like, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, we'll come up with a punishment.
Well, we got to kind of come up with it now.
Chelsea jersey, Liverpool jersey.
I mean, I'm always down for that. That's fine. I mean, I can't fit in any of your I'm Chelsea jerseys. I'm fat as shit.
You're fat, bro.
Yeah. I got that dad
I've got a Chelsea jacket. How about that?
Okay, Chelsea jacket for the next pod.
Yeah, Chelsea jacket, enough. Liverpool jacket.
And if I win, you have to eat the Chelsea flag.
No.
All right. Well, Liverpool jersey. I've got plenty of them. Don't worry.
Do it. It's on. We saw it. We saw it here.
You motherfucker, I'm in.
You son of a bitch.
And then look for the pointless game that's there. You know what? I'm going to say England wins.
Bet?
I mean, if you want.
Best 2 out of 3.
Because you want, I just wear the Chelsea jersey forever.
No, fuck that game.
Yeah.
But look, I'll go France in that one. Let's see how we go. But,
all right.
Look, I think it'll be a good final. Probably won't be the most exciting final, but let's be fair. No. Not a lot of finals are exciting. It's more technical than anything.
Well, yeah. But, a dark horse makes it all the way.
But does this make Messi uncertified GOAT if he wins back-to-back World Cups?
It'd be pretty hard to
It's pretty hard to deny it then, eh?
It would be. It'd be. I mean, the argument, like, you'd be like, oh, well, he scored all these goals. I'm like, well, he led his country to 2 World Cup finals.
Yeah, and he won 2 coppers.
And by the time he did it, he had the most goals.
Most goals
ever.
as well, yeah. That record's going to get broken next World Cup. We know that.
Yeah, for sure.
But at some stage, he was ahead.
Yeah, 100%. So, look, interesting game. I think next pod, we'll obviously go through the results. But at the same time, I think we go our best goals of the tournament.
Yep.
Best games of the tournament. And kind of, our players of the tournament.
Yeah, let's do like a 3-2-1.
Yeah, and try and find some cool shit.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Cool shit.
Peace out, bitches.
5 a.m. Monday, don't forget.